Hey guys, welcome back. It is for Towers Films and
Doug 218.
how you doing? It is the elimination episode of Masterchef 10, episode number 7.
It's titled Gordon Takes on a Tart.
Because if you guys remember yesterday, it was the Mystery Box Challenge. So now those that were not saved, remember there was 3 that were saved, everybody else has to cook. And they actually have to make a traditional French dessert.
Which was a tartatin with
A fruit one.
fruit. They did it with pears. Gordon did it with pears. That was his preference.
But I think they gave them the choice. Some did peaches, somebody did pineapple, and they were like, it's not the best fruit to use with that because it's fibrous.
Yeah.
I think a couple of them did pineapple actually, and they were on the bottom. So, not the best fruit to pick. Some did apples. Some did pears, like Gordon.
A lot of them were saved. A lot of them did like peaches, pears.
Which is like traditional kind of thing with it.
And this is actually Gordon's favorite dessert.
Yeah.
So,
It's quite complicated too. So Gordon showed them how to do it at first. So it was like a Gordon masterclass kind of thing.
and it's like, cool.
And then they did, like you said, and they did a creme anglaise with it. And the finishing touch after they do the tart out of the pan with all the caramel flowing over top of it, he also did a flambe. So they turned the lights down.
That was wild.
That was neat. It's neat watching stuff like a real chef do that kind of stuff. It takes on skill to do it, master it.
And I love how he said, lights down.
Yeah. And then just this blue and orange kind of flame, it was really cool.
Very cool.
And it was their turn.
Fred was in his little vignette, he's like, I have made these tartatins before. I've got this. And he actually said that to the judges that I've made this before, so I'm not worried about this.
Looked like he was worried.
Fred looks like he's worried a lot of the time. A lot of the time.
But see, when he put it in, I think he made his crust too thick, and so it wasn't cooking. And I think some of the slices were too thick, so it wasn't cooking. So when they brought it out, half of it was still raw, and half of it was.
It was uneven.
So, he wasn't happy with it. He knew there was a problem with it. Pretty much just kept checking it in the oven.
And it's one of those things you don't want to fuss with it.
Because everything kept opening up the oven door, and the problem with that is you're using heat, so it's not going to cook that fast because it needs to build the heat back up. He should know that, So, but he kept opening it.
Now.
Because he didn't want, I think he did peach. He didn't want the fruit to burn, to be overcooked. So that's why he kept doing it. But the thing is, if you keep opening it up, you're losing heat. So it's not cooking properly. And that's basically what happened with Fred.
Now, one of the Keturah, the daughter of the diplomat, she wanted to do peach. She went into the pantry, and all of the peaches are gone.
A lot of them did peach.
A lot of them. One of the contestants had almost half a basket of peaches, and they're like, "What do you need all those peaches for?" And it's like, first come, first serve. So it's
but still, no need that many peaches. It's not that big of a tart.
No. So she chose Keturah. She chose pineapple. And
which is another difficult one to work with.
But how she did it was smart. She cut it into rings.
Right.
Yeah. And Gordon actually.
Fairly thin slices too.
Oh. And she had a bit of a freak out, and
But she was able to calm herself down.
And Gordon said to her, "You know what? You chose the toughest fruit to do this with. This could send you home, but if you focus and think this through, and if you pull it off, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
So with that little pep talk, she kind of flipped it over. Okay, what goes with this? What goes with this? Da 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 da. And she got back into the game. Sam also did it. Used pineapple as well, but he chunked his.
Right. Makes it hard to cook.
And pineapple doesn't cut clean.
No, it's fibrous.
You know.
If you've ever had pineapple, it's kind of chewy-ish. It's not the
most enjoyable fruit.
It's not it's not a fruit that melts in your mouth easily. Let's put it that way, especially when it's cooked too.
And oh my God, Evan, this is the most frustrating contestant.
Oh my gosh.
This man, his ego is like knows no boundary. He thinks he knows everything. And
Well, as evidenced with the mystery box challenge, well, he did it again in the elimination challenge.
how dare you sit there and be so arrogant about your skill level? These men own restaurant empires
And have been chefs for a long time.
long time.
I mean, like, he said, he didn't really pay attention to Gordon's
Yeah, I don't need it.
demonstration. And he's like, so he was like I'm going to do it my own way, and it'll be good. Kind of thing. And they went over and talked to him about it. And he's like, and they're asking him, what are you doing this way, are you doing that? And it's like, well, because, I like it this way, and I know what I'm doing. And, it's like, really? Like, he's so rude to them. Like, he's so, I don't know, arrogant.
And that
Like he knows everything. Like, then why are you here? It's like only one person wins this competition, and a lot of them are there to learn from people who've been doing this a long time and are successful at it. So don't you think you might learn something from them?
And then Micah, this kid has fought every time he's come in, and then he took his eye off the prize a little bit, and the caramel burned.
Sarah had the same problem.
Burned.
Caramel burned.
But Micah knuckled up and redid it, and it's like, wow.
Or Sarah didn't. Micah redid his.
Yeah.
Sarah didn't redo her. She just added more butter and sugar.
Try and take the burn.
And like they said, I like how Joe put it, it's not bad. The fruit was cooked properly and all that kind of stuff, but the caramel had like a cough syrup flavor aftertaste to it. That's never a good thing. You don't want your caramel to taste like cough syrup.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great dessert, but now my
you have some buttons with your tart.
now my nasal passages are clear. Now comes the real moment of truth, right? Now they gotta flip this, right? And Michael ended up heading up to the balcony. His crust was phenomenal. The taste was great.
Well, they didn't do the flambe first.
Oh, sorry.
They flipped it, and the caramel comes out. Oh, that's one thing that Evan did too. Is he thought it looked too wet before he flipped it.
That's right.
And so he thought he had excess caramel in it, so he dumped out some of the caramel. So and people in the balcony from the ones who were safe were like, "Why are you doing that?" I don't know what I'm doing. So when he flipped it, the tart was actually dry because, liquid tends to burn off as you cook it. So hence why the tart was dry. And so they even said that to you pour something. Oh, I did. I think, why did you do that?
It went from tartatan to tart.
Well, they said that it's a good apple tart, but it's not a tartan. And so then when they were doing the flambe, Suba
damn near burned the place down.
almost freaking burned his hand. He almost caught himself on fire. His flame was so big, so Gordon actually had to come over and do it for him. It was wow.
And just watching Ramsey come flying off that stage and grab this thing from him. And
because when it got, he dropped and he put it back on the stove, and he dropped off. So Gordon came and picked it barehanded and poured it, and so he didn't burn himself, but
That's pure macho stuff.
Oh,
That's
you bet.
pure macho Scotsman stuff right there.
Well, that's a pure chef who's been doing it a long time.
He probably has no feeling in the
Anymore, yeah. After all these years. So then they start
doing the tasting. Joe was another one that they really liked. They said in his creme anglaise he used coconut milk.
Yeah, different.
Because he also did, I believe it was he used pineapple as well, and they said the two really played off each other. Mm-hmm. So they said that was really good thinking outside the box, and good on you kind of thing. Evan's next.
And like they said, it's good tart, but not a tartan. So he was not sent up to the balcony.
And this man is smug even to the very end. Like, and
well, the bottom three were Evan, Fred, because it was partially undercooked. And what was the last one? The other bottom three.
There was
Evan, Fred,
Suba.
Suba was in the bottom three.
They were in they were the least favorites. So Katura and Sarah ended up being saved.
Right.
Suba made some mistakes, but they said because he used rose water.
Right.
Because
he added like an Indian kind of flavor to it, to a French dish. So they said it actually worked well. He had good elements to it.
The best line I ever heard was, "You're like the Willy Wonka of cooking." I want, you produce this real amazing stuff, but while you're cooking, I need to go lay down because I can't understand what you're doing. So it's Fred, Sam, and Evan are the bottom three. Fred and Sam, they just...
Well, I thought at first it would be Fred because his was undercooked.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when they make that kind of a technical error, they do tend to send them home. But the other two didn't make those kind of errors. But it was actually Evan that they sent home. And the reason was because they said it wasn't a tartan. It wasn't even the dish that he was supposed to make.
Exactly.
And they also said that he's not listening to them. The problem is, and part of the reason for being here is to learn, is to learn from them and to listen and to adjust, and he's more or less not teachable, basically, because he thinks he's right and he won't listen to anybody. He's been doing it a lot longer than him.
And even his exit interview was the same,
Oh, yeah, he's like, I think I'm the best chef here, and...
you want to go deep.
Then why are you going at the door? What? Pretty much near the beginning of the show,
Truth be told, I'm kind of glad to see them finally cut this guy loose.
And we said this, an episode or two ago, I think even yesterday, his arrogance is not going to bode well for him, and he'll probably go out quick, and we're right. They're not going to put up with it forever. Because
eventually people are not... He's going to somehow end up in a team challenge where he might have eventually led. And
so this is the thing. He has talent. The problem is he has talent. I mean, it's not taking that away. He's a good cook,
but he's arrogant.
But he doesn't know everything. And even you know what? Why say Gordon and all them are considered the best or masters? Because even now they continue to learn. They don't assume they know everything about cooking, even though they've been doing this for years. For the 20, 30, 40, or whatever years they've been cooking. But, they still, if say it's a cuisine they don't know much about, they will defer to whoever it is that they're learning from. Yeah. So, that is what makes you good, is to not assume you know everything, and that new techniques come out and all that kind of stuff. And so that is why you become good, because you don't think you know everything, because you become stagnant then.
Oh, you have to think, Gordon and Aaron, they've been cooking from, early ages.
Well, yeah, it's pretty much since they were kids.
Next week looks interesting. Um,
It's a unique kind of team challenge. It's in the actual Masterchef kitchen. They go to, I think, Moxa.
which is one of Joe Bastianich's restaurants, and he's like,
They learn dishes from there.
Yeah, a 3-course menu that they have to teach the team.
Right, that'll be interesting.
And he's like, I have never let amateur cooks into any of my restaurants.
But they don't cook it. It's only the team captains that go to Moxa, whereas then they come back and teach the team in the Masterchef kitchen. So we'll have to see how that goes. Should be interesting though.
So all in all, the challenge was pretty good.
It was very good.
It was one of those desserts which was a real leveling field for, you got to see who were the chefs, the cooks, and the struggle. Yeah, the wannabes. for no better word, the wannabes, exactly.
Or the ones that think they're good.
Yeah. I'm cordon bleu, where no, you're corduroy. That you're not that.
Corduroy.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload every time Masterchef airs. Thank you guys, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend. Bye.